Good morning, Monday, November 11th, 2024. Well, I was not planning on coming to the dacha today, but I decided that I'd better get out here, and even if it's for about 2.5 hours, that's what I plan on doing, come out here and finish up with my firewood and lumber, this section over here. Yesterday, I was working it as much as I could, trying to get everything done, and it was raining and it was a little bit windy, and as much as I could do, I was unable to complete everything. So I want to turn the camera around. I want to show you what I have left to do. Well, as I said earlier, I need to get through this right here. Now, some of this is lumber and some of this is firewood. So if it's firewood, I'm gonna have to cut it on Mad Max here. And let's go take a look at, oh, there's this right here. This is the pallet, or the pallets material. Same thing. Some of it is really bad. So I noticed it yesterday. So what I will do is sort through it quickly. Anything that's firewood, same thing, I'll cut it up and stack it over there for my firewood. Let's go take a look at some other stuff. I also need to restack some of this lumber, like this over here. The last 2 rows, I just threw it in because it was raining. Today I'm going to actually stack it much better. And same with this over here. I'll see if I can move it around a bit. So I'm happy that I actually managed to get all the lumber into my new shed. And it's going to be dry. That's perfect. Also, I got to pick up these bricks. Got to deal with them. And that's pretty much it. So there it is. That's what I have planned for today. It's not that much work, but still, it's better than nothing. See, check that out right there. Those bricks, I got to pick them up. Even though it really wouldn't matter if the snow is on them, but just for myself, I want to know that those bricks are put away, and in the springtime, that's just less to deal with. All right, should I light the stove? What's the temperature like? Well, it's around -4 right now, and my right arm, so if you're watching it, it looks like it's the left side, but it's actually the right. This hand right here is warm because I'm keeping it in the jacket pocket, but the hand that's holding the camera is starting to get cold. Yeah, it's around -4 and it's windy. So maybe I'll light the stove, get it going. That way, if I need to warm up, I can quickly run in and warm up for a few minutes and then go back to work. All right, so I'm gonna put on my work jacket, put on my work hat, and let's go to work. Okay, we got the fire going. And probably in about 15 minutes, the shop will be starting to warm up. And it is pretty windy outside. So when I come on in and take a bit of a break, it's going to be nice and toasty in the shop. All right, let's go to work. Okay, well, it's time for me to go now. Got to go back and got to change and eat, have lunch, and relax a bit, and then I got to teach later in the afternoon. But I'm going to show you right now what I did in the last 2.5 hours that I was here. Let's turn the camera around. Okay, I had a pile of my lumber that was over here, so I actually stacked it nicer. I also did this a little bit better. I also had a whole bunch that was over there, stacked it up better. So now my lumber is pretty much in order. This is all that I have to work with this winter. So I'll make some projects. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's much easier to kind of come in and take a look and see what I have and say, hey, I'm going to build a shelf or I'm going to build a chair. So it's all here. It's all dry. That's great. Okay, over here, I had a whole bunch of bricks. And the bricks are gone. I moved them. Where did I move them? Well, they are right over here. So I moved them over, and that was that. So They're all in one area. I also went through my pallets and I sorted them out. Whatever is buildable material, I put it off to the side. Now we'll cover it up. And the stuff that was over here, same thing. I ran it through Mad Max and I made some firewood. How much firewood did I make? Well, let's take a look. I got a nice little row right here, so I'll cover it up. And this is solid. So these are thick pieces. And if you place them 1, 2, 3, one on top of another and into the stove, it's like a big, thick brick, or it's almost going to be as thick as that. So there it is. And I'll just cover it up, and here's more firewood. While I was putting on my jacket to go home, I thought of one more thing that I wanted to say. And that's, now that I'm all caught up, everything from the shed being built to having my firewood all ready to go, I'm not in that much of a rush anymore to come here and get things done. And especially now that the snow's going to come. So here's the thing. I mean, we have a false impression here that everything is looking good, considering yesterday was raining and windy, and today is this nice, beautiful fall afternoon. I mean, check this out. You know, walking here, walking on the leaves. I mean, you look at it, where's the snow? Just a few days ago, there was, I don't know, maybe 2-3 inches. So what is that, about 5 centimeters of snow? And it all melted. So, yeah, gives a false impression that, you know, fall is going to stick around much longer, which it's not. So I'm happy that my firewood is all in order and my shed is built. My lumber is all dry, ready to go. And it's like a balance. The way I look at it is I can have all the firewood, but if I don't have any lumber for building, what's the point of coming to the workshop? I got nothing to work with. Or I have all the lumber and it's all nice and dry, but I have no firewood. So I can't work when it's minus 20 and, you know, it's so cold. You got to have a warm shop, so you got to have this balance. You got to have a warm shop and you got to have the material. And I believe I have both. So that's that. So I don't know if I'm going to be making as many dacha videos, like one after another. I mean, pretty much every single day. If it's going to be really snowy, I might just decide, maybe I'll just stick around town and make some videos around town, or just do other things. Anyways, I got to get going. I started the car. The car is warming up. So as soon as I started, I thought, you know what? I'm going to do another little bit of a video here. So that's that. All right, I got to get going. Take care, and paka paka.